so mine is a small company that produces micro-learning videos, games for learning, and training in virtual reality. So my background is that I was looking after training for 32,000 seafarers in the world's biggest ship management company, Anglo Eastern, for 31 years. So I do know what works in training and what does not work in training. So my philosophy is really disrupting in the way we used to do training, looking at the fact that the young people today, they don't like to read a lot of books, they don't like to read manuals, they don't like to see long videos. So my company's philosophy is all about making the training in a way that they like and they enjoy. So we make videos which are less than 7 minutes. We do games for learning, so they don't really realize that they are learning, but they enjoy it also. And the third part is that we try to bring them in an immersive technology by wearing the virtual reality glasses, and we can transport them into any compartment on the ship, into any place, in order to enhance the way they learn. So it's moving away from the traditional classroom teaching, 1 hour long courses that you do keep clicking in front of the screen in a very boring way. So we are quite different from any of the providers so far in the training industry. Yes, I would say that we have been making programs for alternate fuels and decarbonization fuels and all the technologies associated with that. And we are making them in virtual reality and in other short video formats, because there is 800,000 people to be trained, and it's going to be 15 years before we can bring them all into the classroom. But in the meantime, there are ships being built with LNG as a fuel. By next year, we will have ammonia as a fuel. We already have methanol as a fuel. So we are trying to bridge that gap by giving video training in short formats specific to that particular ship, so that the student, when he goes on the ship, the seafarer goes on the ship, is very familiar with everything that he needs to do to operate the ship safely. Okay, the industry needs to understand that education and training, in the way that has been done all the time from Socrates until now, has been traditional teacher to the student transfer of knowledge through lectures, through blackboards, through whatever computer programs. That model of learning and then doing an examination with just remembering the knowledge that you were taught is obsolete. It's finished with the artificial intelligence, chat GPT kind of things. We don't need to by heart knowledge anymore. What the industry has to move is to application of knowledge. So we move away from the classroom-based teaching. We go more into simulators. We go more into virtual reality training. And we have to take into consideration that the millennials and the Gen Z are not interested in long, boring courses. They want to study at their own pace. They want to choose what time they want to study. A lot of young people only work at night. They kind of become more active after 10 o'clock in the night. So we allow them to learn whenever they want to learn through these modern technologies. So the first change that is happening is that the generation of baby boomers is gone. About, I would say, 50% of the workforce in most companies now is already millennial. By 2030, we will probably have 80% of the seafarers will be Gen Z or millennials. The way they think, the way they behave is very different from the previous generations. So captains who are 65 years old today or 60 years old may not understand the young generation and their habits. I mean, if you have seen it in land-based jobs, right? If you call people at 8 o'clock in the morning in a land job, I don't think the employee likes it. They also don't like to work on weekends. Okay, on the seafarer side, that's not going to change. So what will remain the same is the day-to-day running of the ship will work in the same way. There will be long hours of work for the seafarers, etc. But what will change is the way they learn, the way they adopt knowledge, and in the way they use the modern technologies like artificial intelligence in their daily work. So now we don't need them to learn and make examinations which are worrying about, please draw one about the boiler or about something on the ship. No, now they will be asked questions which are, the assessments will change to something where you apply the knowledge. So maybe you show them a video and you say, okay, what are the hazards that you can see in this video? That's application of knowledge. You don't say that, okay, when you are doing an entry into a tank, what are the hazards? 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Now it will be, that's the thing, go about doing it in virtual reality, start that engine in virtual reality. So that's what is going to change in the next few years in the education and training field.